What lessons have you learned from your long and arduous trial? Welcome to the Daily Devo. I am Vince Miller. This week we're in chapter 23 of 1 Samuel. I've titled this chapter, Your Way or the Lord's Way, whichever way you want to have it. One way's better than the other. And I gave an invitation yesterday. If you're wanting to help out with Hurricane Milton in any way, I'm going to open my home to you. I'm looking for groups of 4 to 5 guys, maybe coming down together for a weekend, maybe like a Thursday through a Sunday, just to serve. There's plenty of service opportunities down here right now and will be for months to come. I'd love to host you right here in studio in my home. I might even make a breakfast or a dinner for you as well. If you're interested, reach out to me via email or just simply reply in the comments below. We'll see your comments and we'll reply to you and let you know which weekends are opened. So yesterday, David went over to Keilah and defeated an invasion of the Philistines, putting him within Saul's reach. Today, we're going to see how all that works out in 1 Samuel chapter 23, verses 13 through 14. Here's the text. Then David and his men, who were about 600, arose and departed from Keilah, and they went wherever they could go. When Saul was told that David had escaped from Keilah, he gave up the expedition. And David remained in the strongholds in the wilderness, in the hill country of the wilderness of Ziph. And Saul sought him every day. Every day is the operative word. But God did not give him into his hand. So in this text today, we notice that David's men continue to grow. He was last noted around 400 men, but now has grown to well over 600. They continue to run and avoid engaging in civil conflict with Saul. Seems like David maybe has given him instructions not to engage with Saul, which I think is pretty honorable given the fact that Saul sought him every day, every single day for over a decade. I mean, if you ask me, that's a long and arduous trial. Have you ever endured a long and arduous trial like that, where you can't see the end? If you have, then you know how it can be maybe exhilarating a little bit, but also exhausting, terribly exhausting. And as a pastor, I've seen many people walk through these seasons many, many times. I've also learned that believers who endure long and arduous seasons of trials often develop profound resilience and strength. Resilience and strength. Although the trials are really unenjoyable in the present situation, they also become trainers and teachers for future situations. You know, at a point, a person who has been through a trial often emerges transformed, realizing the trial was not just merely an obstacle, but an opportunity to test and toughen their faith, revealing spiritual muscles that God is going to use in future feats. So are you going into or coming out of a long and arduous trial? If so, trust God in that obstacle and see the opportunity. See the opportunity in the obstacles. Pay attention to how God is training you. Learn the lessons God is trying to teach you. God might just be preparing you for something great. Because I know at this moment in our text, God was forging David's character as a man and as a leader. He was building David's trust, his patience, and his resilience for the battles ahead. So if you are a believer today who has been through a long and arduous trial, surely you've learned some lessons from that trial. Could you do me a favor today and just share the lesson or lessons that your trial has taught you in the comments below? Just leave them in the comments below for others to read. Some believers listening today are actually in the middle of a trial or going into one. And maybe they can't see the opportunity, but only the obstacle. And they need your encouragement today. The lessons that you've learned are encouragement to them. So share them with them. It might help to lift their eyes out of the obstacle into the opportunity that God wants them to see. I love you guys. I pray this has blessed you. If it has, share it with someone else, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.